get a cease and desist order.
Great. Get them cease and desist.
I think really Hex is having a negative impact on is confidence in this.
Confirms your scam that this is a.
So if people exchange
their pump and dump bullshit that I thought were. The only thing I'm amazed about, and the thing I give you a bit of credit for, that is if you found enough morons.
The rise of smart contracts has actually led to a variety of much more sophisticated looking Ponzi and pyramid schemes.
The currency scam is called Hex and offers 40% interest.
I've been seeing a ton of comments asking my thoughts on Hex. And I do agree, it is bullshit, it is trash, it is a scam.
Sorry, Rich, this is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Excuse my language, these furus have got me nauseated. While they continue hating, their ignorance is blatant. We keep setting record highs cause we ain't fucking playing. I could name names, but they'll remain nameless. Why give shine to a bunch of dudes that made arrangements to boost views and followers through their paid engagement? 200,000 fans with 5 likes, they're fake famous. You think you sound smart? We're fucking sick of you. Keep on using big words, pretending that you're critical. Pay attention and be careful what they feeding you. Fake gurus keep feeding you shit on social media. You know you telling lies, but you still do it. Afraid to go against the grain because you'll lose influence. The truth is all you care about is views, and while you're YouTubing, your viewers will listen cause they're too stupid. And the ones who made you, expecting you to stay true and do what's in their best interest cause they join your paid group. They do whatever you say just to make gains, but it's too big a risk to pick up pennies from the freight trains. We ain't gonna listen, so fuck your kook opinion. A bunch of villains getting murdered from the old dominion. I told you motherfuckers pay attention, we was winning, but now your time is up. For me, this is just the beginning. And now my only mission, to break the algorithm and take control and show the rest of crypto what they're missing. Already made my riches, so now the rest should listen. Sit down, bitches, it's time to review your definitions. You missed the boat, you shit the bed. You fucking retarded comparing Hex to Big Connect. Didn't do your homework and now you're awestruck. One was vaporware, but Hex is a finished product. Stop it, drop it, just admit that you flop, bitch. Credit coach is back on my, shut them down, open up shop shit. Don't give a fuck about your feelings if you got hit. I'm going all in, I'm thinking you should go to nomics. Why don't you step down, make way for the new kids? We on the block, Richard Hearts on some new shit. Bought my mom a new car, you riding in your mom's whip. $1 million crib, I can show you how to floss, bitch. Before I even started, already knew we won. You get the unfiltered truth cause I don't need to front. Subscribe below because I need to buy food for my son. I don't need to rap, bitch, I do this for fun. We be setting record highs, you gon' run and hide. Promoting lies, completely miss the magic carpet ride. Mad that you broke and we all got rich. I done cashed out mega millions, jackpot, bitch. We follow Richard to the promised land. You still follow promise coins, buying earmuffs to block out all the noise. Pulse about to blow, you should sit tight. Only Richard you likes getting crammed down your windpipe. Never been hacked, never down for a second. No matter how hard these furu clowns try to affect it. Never have to question if I said it, just respect it. We're effective, Hex is here to stay, I think you get the message. And CMC can gatekeep, we don't give a fuck. And goes to Hex hating bitch, they can lick our nuts. And to the rest of these bitch hoes that tiptoe, I'ma continue to rip throats. Freddie quotes, the best rapper in crypto.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to the Hex Late Show on a Saturday night in Australia. What's going on, fellas? What's going on, Unwrecked? What's going on, Blue Bum?
Oh, mate. What a day.
Good,
living the dream.
How good is that video? How good is our boy, Freddie?
Freddie, mate, that is nailing it, getting it done.
Man, so much talent.
Hey,
so many smarts and so much talent in the Hex community, man. And this is just the beginning. We've only been in this for like less than 2 years, and look what's just starting to come out. Look at this stuff, man. It's just building up. It's crazy.
I just
So
noticed
good.
the baseline. I just noticed the baseline for the first time there because I was out on the road today, and so I missed. I got a little bit of the Cabana crypto stream this morning, and then I sort of like I knew that the debut was gonna. I know the single was being released, and so I jumped on there and had to listen to it, but I couldn't. You can't get the quality of the sound or anything on your mobile, but just listening to it then. Day 43, I was sort of like, it's really quite catchy. It's really good, isn't it?
Like props to Freddie.
Yeah, no.
that thing
good's
is
that?
fucking fire, bro. Fucking fire.
It's really
so good.
Yep.
So good. Good stuff, mate. Good
is,
stuff. And well done to all the guys who were in the film clip as well.
That was badass.
No,
yeah,
man. Did you see the part, like everyone got up and was dancing and stuff on the coffin? But man, KNTX got some moves, man. You see KNTX on top of the coffin? He's got some moves.
I thought that was that KNTX, was it? I thought it was I forgot his name, Crypto Coffee, wasn't it? It was dancing, doing the.
It was both. Or it was a few of them.
It was doing the running.
They were all dancing. Oh yeah, he was doing the Running Man. Yeah, Crypto Coffee was doing the Running Man.
KNTX. KNTX was dancing on the.
He was doing some some foot stuff, man. He was doing some like And Kareem as well. Kareem's got look, dude. We got like talented people, man. Talented people. It was great video, great film clip. They pulled it together really quickly, and I think they did a fantastic job. And I've watched it like about 7 or 8 times, man. I love it. I can just keep listening.
Yeah, that was my third go then. So I'm still getting into that. So that's awesome. But I've been sort of running a few bass lines and things over the Hexagon Anthem as well recently. I'll tell you what, I noticed in this, and I reckon, and I mean this in the most sincere way, he's got a little bit of sounds a little bit like Eminem, because I mean, if you obviously listen to Eminem, and that he's got almost a similar tone in his vocals when he's doing his rap. He's got the same sort of almost
He's very talented, man. Freddie's very talented, man.
Yeah.
He's extremely talented. Hey, shout out to the chat.
The Rage.
Who we got in the chat? We got T-Bird. Oh, we got Chaotic Creations. We got Johnny Chaos.
Johnny Chaos,
Tech,
one of the Cutthroats.
Yes, Tech Dolphin. We've got Derail. We've got Monkey Magic. We've got Steve. Hey, you guys remember Monkey Magic from back in the day? Did you guys used to watch that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had that pink
Pigsy. Yeah.
Pigsy. Sunday.
Over. Sunday.
Man, I used to love that show. Because she used to like squeeze that thing in he had on his head.
Stone egg came over.
That was a brilliant series.
That was, man.
That was. Yeah.
It's classic.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that shit one
day. Was that Chinese or Indian? Where was it made? Was it Chinese?
I think it was Chinese, man.
It was set in India, huh?
Was it set in India?
Just going back to that. No, it was. Believe it or not, it was set in China, but it was actually a Japanese show. So they were, they're on a the journey that they were on was across China. Obviously, they had to get. I have to rack my brain for that one, but it was set in China, and they were traveling across China through all the villages.
You know the start of that show? At the start of that show, they had like the creation. The creation.
Endless eons pass. Endless eons pass.
And Monkey
stone egg
was, what did they say? Monkey was
born.
he was irrepressible or something like
irrepressive. He goes irrepressive, and the little egg breaks out, and he just jumps out like an ape. He's like,
magic.
Like this, and then it goes into the music, and he like.
And then we're lucky we got Freddie quotes on the music side of things, man, because I don't think we can get any views.
That's it. That's right.
It's me doing.
Hey, what are we streaming on Day 40? Are we on?
We're on the Discourse Syndicate, and we're on the Discourse Syndicate.
They let us on Saturday night. That's good. They let us. They're still keeping us going.
Hang on. When you say
they wheel us out whenever they.
Bro, it's not about letting us on. I wait till all the people in power go to sleep, and then I throw a message in the chat going, "Yo, I'm going to stream tonight. If anyone's got a problem with it, just let me know."
Like
Meanwhile, I know they're all sleeping. Like no one's checking checking Telegram.
That's right. Yeah. On the other side of the world, where he's asleep. That's it. When you least expect it, we just come on.
I just like try and work the system, bro. I work the system.
Keep the peace.
Anyway, getting back to the chat, Ty.
Yep.
What's going on, Ty? Hex Huddle, Hearts Law only, newbie OG, Dawsy 78.
So KNTX used to be a bit of a breakdancer, did he? He used to.
There we go. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, he was doing some stuff on. Yeah.
Oh, okay. When I was living in New York, I used to go down to Union Square and like hang out where everyone was just kind of jamming away. This would have been like 2001, 2002, 2003 kind of thing. Oh, it was awesome, eh? Everyone just hanging around, just like breakdancing, people jumping in, OGs and stuff, and get the cardboard out, do a bit of
cardboard.
Yeah, get the helmet out, do a few spins and stuff, and a bit of the braking and all that. Brilliant.
Cool, man. Cool.
I like the bit where, go back to the film clip, I like the bit where they we talk about like where they sort of like panned across the and the boys were sitting there in their black suits and dark glasses, just mean as. I reckon you could have put a few more there, but you know what I mean? Like I think it was Motley, and there was Super Hex Win, and there was who else was in there? But yeah, that was pretty mean.
But you know, man, no one's really mourning their demise anyway. No one's really mourning the demise of those furus. They're lucky to have those people in.
But hang on, Wales was saying this morning we need to get better at calling those guys out and giving it to them, because it's disgusting what they do, and so good on Freddie Quotes for bringing that up and making a song like that work, and hopefully more people will realise that these people are compromised, that these people aren't there to help you or kick you along. They're there to line their own pockets. They're out for themselves, and it's just the way they do it is unethical. And
it's funny how you just have no idea what's going on. Like Nugget's the classic example where I thought he was just an idiot. I thought he was just like misled and hadn't looked into it enough. Turns out I was wrong. He was like, there was all sorts of shit going on underneath there. You know what I mean? And
well, let's talk about that, because that's the thing.
We just don't know what's happening with these people and kind of how they're making money and what rationalizations. You know what I mean? But to be perfectly honest, I've also had plenty of friends who I've explained Hex that many times, and even still to this day, even if they're into Hex because they've seen how successful I was at it, they still don't fully understand it. You know what I mean? They're still asking me questions that shows that they don't understand it, and I think it is just a big learning curve that a lot of people just haven't gone on. And
we've all got different levels, understanding and learning about how the blockchain works, and what we need, what areas we know about. And how do you break it down for each individual and things like that? Things that we know perhaps we take for granted because we've been in the space for a little bit longer. But it baffles me how these people, they know they get credibility, they get given free credibility when they don't have any. They don't have the knowledge. They pretend they got, it's like a set of false teeth. They don't really know what they're talking about, and then they're giving out the info on the online and things like that. And really, people should be looking into what these people's qualifications are. I don't know about you. I know both of you guys, and like I've got. I mean, I don't. It's not nothing about me, but like you should check the credibility of the people that are there. Or we're backed by a finished product, the Hex thing. We don't. We'd say buy or don't buy. It's up to you. We're not trying to shill, promise coins and telling lies and things like that. I mean, I want to go to bed and sleep.
It sells itself. If you understand it, it sells itself. So we don't have to sell it. We just have to explain it and get to the point where people can understand it.
Man, the crypto's been it's gone down the wrong
It's a clown
path.
show.
It's
a clown show,
crypto started off with the
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
for
that's
Hex.
right. But crypto was supposed to try like help fix it, man. And somewhere along like the line, it started going down the wrong path and getting co-opted. And you know, these guys who are out there, you know, professing to be out there to help people, they're not actually helping anyone. They're not actually helping people, man. They're hurting people. They're hurting people.
They are hurting people, and that's the thing about it. That's why they need to be called out, and that's why they need to shine the light on these dark parts of the crypto area. I mean, Hex doesn't need us to go and promote it or to do it, say anything otherwise, because this is just an entertainment. This is just us having the conversation. You know, we're not promoting anything. We're just having. Hex doesn't need us to do anything. It does what it does. You know. But
that's right. It doesn't need anyone. Yeah, it doesn't need anyone to run it.
We're just doing this for fun, hey? Really?
Oh yeah,
Because the game, because it's the best game theory in all of crypto.
No joke, guys. The reason I come on stream is predominantly to have a chat with you guys.
Yeah.
You know, we've been in lockdown for 2 years in Australia. Basically, we've been in lockdown for 2 years. So I'm so pleased that I've been able to cultivate a relationship with you guys live on stream. By the way,
that's right.
I would say
exactly right.
We haven't even met.
We have not met.
I've met unwrecked, but like, yeah, it's just crazy that we haven't even met. And I feel like such good friends with you, OG43.
Yeah, like all of you guys, like everyone, you know.
Yeah, it's everyone,
and it's all been like I would say. 85 to 90% of it has been on live stream as well. Like, you know, that's where most of our interaction has been.
Yeah.
But it's
I'll tell you what, when I actually did meet Unwrecked, it was better than I expected. It was so much fun. Like we had so much fun.
Always under promise, over deliver, mate. That's you know how it is.
It's totally over delivered.
Here for a good time, not a long time, aren't we?
Yeah,
that's right. You can imagine what's going to happen. We'll all get together, you know, do some collaboration or whatever.
It will be in Europe, guys. It's going to be in Europe.
Maybe
we get together in Europe.
When we're allowed to fly again soon. We can fly. We can fly in. I mean, what's the deal with the?
I don't want to get. I don't want to like. They
go into that. No.
All that's happened is the Prime Minister came out and said we should. There's still a lot. I mean, it's dangle a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm not completely sold on it yet that it's going to happen. I think we should. I think until it actually does happen, we shouldn't count our eggs for that. I think we're still going to maybe have to apply for exemptions and stuff. I don't know. But
hey guys, did you hear that the Premier of New South Wales resigned?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, because she's been.
Everyone was cheering.
Investigated.
Check this out.
Therefore, it pains me to announce that I have no option but to resign from the office of Premier.
Yeah, but that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
I know it's fake. It's fake, but it's so funny though.
Is it really? Funny. Oh, it's not fake. Oh, right.
Yeah, fake. No,
fake news. Well, that's a problem in itself. But let's say, let's not go into that. Let's not go there.
An idiot, you know what I mean? So
I just think that we shouldn't be going into that. We shouldn't be going into that space, mate. We should keep it all onto the. I know that because what I can't remember what they say. You don't talk about politics, sex, and religion or something. No, there's the 3 areas you should keep away from.
But they're the juiciest things to talk about, though. No, fair enough. No, we're not going to go on to that. We're going to talk. We're going to talk about everything relating to Hex, right? That's what we're going to talk about.
And PulseChain. I'd like to learn about the testnet. Can you educate me? Because I've been to PulseChain. Is it PulseChain.com? Let me have a look.
Have you got the node running day 43, or have you tried to put?
Where are you guys
I haven't.
That?
No, I haven't. I haven't done it yet. I've got to get. I'm running an ETH node, and the device, like what I'm running it on, has only got like a 1 terabyte drive. So I don't want to either. I get rid of the ETH node for the time being,
right,
and I run the other one. But I'm going to do it. I just haven't had the chance to. It's like, I just got to sit down and do it, man. You know. Although it seems pretty easy, man.
It'll probably be really simple. It's really similar to an ETH node, I imagine.
But I've always done it via like just running like Geth via. I'm not even sure. I'm not like.
But it's the same thing. It runs on Geth as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I know that the way they're running it is through Docker. So I'm running mine not through Docker.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know enough about it, man, to be able to explain what it is.
Yeah.
I just know that the code, the command line shit is different. That's all I know, man.
Just spin shit about things we don't know about.
So correct me if I'm wrong.
Thanks for the super chat.
Good advice too. We'll take that.
Wants
You
to
paid
put
for that. So no politics. I've got no interest
politics.
in that. Let's talk about blockchain and let's talk about.
I agree. But just on the
Hey,
real,
why do you think everything's
and the community?
Just 1 second. On the real, that clip of all those guys cheering is fucking hilarious. That is fucking A grade hilarious, in my opinion.
Which one? Which one?
The premier just like resigning and then just panning across every. Like that's clearly some sort of World Cup. Like they're watching a World Cup like final. Yeah. It's got nothing to do with like. Dude, it's fucking hilarious. Just accept it's hilarious, and we can move on.
Okay, ha. I want to give that on that. Yeah, right.
So why do you
funny.
guys? Let's get
funny,
crypto,
sorry.
guys. Why do you
It's
reckon?
funny, let's get into it.
Why do you reckon everything is suddenly pumping? Like, what happened? It was just kind of all going along like it was hitting into the market. Dude. I mean, Bitcoin, the whole crypto market, did it? Yesterday it just suddenly exploded, and like everything's up.
Is it? Oh yeah. Well, what? 0.5% Bitcoin.
Well, Bitcoin's up.
1.8.
Bitcoin's nearly up to 50 grand. It's 47.7. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is it really?
It is.
I've got a friend who sent me a message explaining to me what he believes is going on right now. So
There was a question in the chat before too. You keeping up with the chat, J43? There was I've been told to loosen up. Was anything weird going on with Hex price and Ledger Live with anyone else? I'm loose, mate. I'm loose as you like.
I don't know. I don't have Ledger.
But anyway, sorry, Dave 43 to circuit break you there. But
hang on. Anything weird going with the Hex price in Ledger Live with anyone else? My suggestion is to not use Ledger Live as your price oracle. I would just go to Uniswap where the price is being decided. I would just use Uniswap. Just go to uniswap.vision and the price, you can see the price there, and that's
the price you can actually get.
Yeah, that's the price you can actually get. So forget Ledger Live, forget that.
Good advice.
Yes. Nah, they're all scum. Oh, they must be talking about politicians.
Yeah, don't get started on it, please. Can we not? There's already been sites put down for talking about it.
I'm respecting people in the chat and the comments that they're making. Okay, so someone's telling you to loosen up, Unrect. Mate, Unrect is fucking as loose as they come.
Go on.
But it's hashtag save Gunter. Did he predict $1.20 by October 3rd, did he? Someone's going to need to throw a lot of money in there to save Gunter.
What is the price anyway?
4.5 million buy happened today.
I don't have any.
We're about 42. We're at 42.
42
on Nomics. 42.4 on Nomics. Yeah. So that's where we're at. That was a nice little pump today, this morning, just for the Freddie Quotes debut, and the Cabana was actually I was watching Cabana Crypto this morning. Jeez, I really enjoy those guys. They're top. And there was, and continuing on with the music theme, I got something to show you, boys. I've got an Australian-made. They don't call it. It's like a resonator guitar. So before amplifiers and that, the guitars were sort of like a backseat in a brass band. They didn't do anything. All they did is keep the rhythm. But look at this. Look at this. This is like a Harry West. This is like called a Wayne guitar. It's an Australian-made resonator guitar from This was made in 1947, 1948. It's about that vintage. See that? And it's real old school, eh?
Beautiful.
And I've just I bought it off a collector. It'd been apparently the old guy that he bought it off. His parents bought it for him when he was a boy, and it was like just a couple of guys in a little workshop somewhere in Melbourne, and they ended up with a distribution deal with Fuji Guitars, which was in Japanese,
Wow.
sort of like the Japanese guitar makers, which you may have heard of, probably Fuji Guitar, or was it Fuji? No, not Fuji. One of the Japanese, Takamine, I think maybe.
Yeah, right.
Takamini's a Japanese guitar maker, and they did some sort of gear. But look, you can see she's.
Oh, it's been well played, hey. That looks like Daddy Cool would have been playing that. Hey,
mate, you know who plays one? Tex Perkins and bloody Chad Morgan.
Hey, Hex Zaga's in the chat. Say hi to Hex Zaga from Kenya. Just Talk Sheng.
Oh right, yeah, well, there you go.
We had him on quite a while ago.
Mate, I love those guys. They're awesome.
What's going on, Hex Zaga? What's going on, bro?
Come and have a chat to us, mate. We miss you. I miss talking to you.
Yeah, jump on. Do you want to
jump on, mate? Send him the link if he's not doing anything. Yeah, because he's a streamer.
I think I'll send you a link if you're free. Hang on. Where do I?
Just Talk Sheng. Yeah. I actually tell a story, that one of his stories, to a few people that I speak to whenever I say, well, look, they're different, that they have a different hex fleck over there. Like we've heard these guys talking about how how getting a smartphone, so you see how we think, we show off our Lambos or whatever that we might be doing, the consumerism or whatever. They're just happy to be able to phone home and be able to have a smartphone that does the things that they want it to. So it's all relative, isn't it, in the world? I know.
Absolutely, man.
Where am I going with that? But anyway, that was just to keep in touch with the music theme there, that old guitars from older
What can
than
you
all of us
play?
together.
What can you play, mate? What can you play on the guitar? Can you play anything, or am I putting you on the spot? I don't want to put you on the spot, mate.
Oh, it's just, I can play. It's just tuned.
Give us something. Give us 30 seconds of something.
Song.
Just rock out for 30 seconds, mate.
Oh, so that was a bit rough. That's like a piece of a song. Do you know what that is?
Is that like octave? Is that like octave stuff that you're doing?
That, but it's just like a little riff. Like that's the you might have heard When the Levee Breaks. It's Jimmy Page. Just that little piece there. It's obviously a modif. It's just.
Is it tuned to E? Is it?
I tuned. It's just open D, so it's a dad gad or something like that. Yeah, I just tuned this open. It seems to like to go into C. I like this guitar is like I only pull this out very rarely. This is a guitar that just sits, and it's got the original case and everything. So it's like a bit of a
nice, mate.
I mean, they were crudely made and everything, but you know what? It's got something about it. It's got a little bit of character. It's a bit of Australian guitar history when we used to make things make our own stuff and do things ourselves before we just send everything over to the China machine that makes everything these days.
We still make stuff we still make guitars in Australia, mate.
We do, and we have a Cole Clark is in Melbourne, and I say I should. You're absolutely right.
Is it Maton or?
Maton's an Australian guitar as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about guitars. Keep it on Hex, guys. You know what? I'll talk about guitars all day long till the cows come home, T-Bird, and you can trot on over there and fuck off. If you don't like it. No, I'm joking. T-Bird's he's one of our guys, isn't he? We've met T-Bird, me and you, Bluey. So it was good to do that.
I think you need a hex-shaped pick for your guitar, mate. That's what I think.
Maybe. That could be a good. I want to get one of those ones that sort of you could design it that it sort of sits in your hand, and then you can whip it out when you need it. Because sometimes you want to play like that, and sometimes you want to play with a flat pick, or like these ones as well. But as I said, that guitar doesn't get much sunlight. It just stays in a place. It's like bring it out on a Sunday morning once every blue moon, maybe. And so because of the music thing today, the music theme with the Cabana and the release of the Furu's Eulogy and the music things, I'll bring it on and show you. That's all. So
some guitars just age really well. Like even if they've been knocked around and everything like that, it just kind of adds to their tone or something like that, or I used to have this one guitar. I traveled all over the world with a drop. People dropped it. I had one dude, we were on mushies, and he was like swinging it around his head and shit like this. And but for some reason, all of those, everything just kind of added to the sound, and it sounded better than really expensive guitars.
That's it.
You see this comment right here?
What's that? What is a skin flute? Oh, mate. Told T-shares, eh? A couple of 100 T-shares. 555, gonna knock you out. Step up. I want to rip your throat out like this. Hey,
you always have those knives hanging, just laying about, do you?
Just the good ones, mate. Just the good ones.
Never
hey,
know
but you never know.
You know what happened to me today? I was sitting down having breakfast at a cafe today, and it was kind of in this outside area. And I was just chatting to my cousin. He called me up, and I've been onboarding him, and he was just asking me some questions about the treasury and stuff. And this dude at the table says he got really angry because I think I said fuck or something, and he goes, "Don't swear." But he got really angry. He said, "Oh, you don't swear." And then I was just like, I looked at him. I was like, "Fuck off!" I just didn't give a shit. And then he got up and he fully came over to my table and he was trying to intimidate me and stuff, And his wife was there, and it was just whoa, some full on anger,
Doesn't have much to upset people, does it? So
No.
you're a little bit careful of some of the sensitivities and that, particularly culturally and things like that. But why am I being called journalist?
I don't think fuck is a swear word anymore. I think fuck is a universally accepted word. It's a beautiful word. Such a beautiful word. How you use the word fuck is artistic.
You say that in my classroom and you'll be in trouble.
Pardon?
Yeah. You say that in my classroom.
Why do you have to
principal's
by
office?
a word? It's the most ridiculous
We
thing.
still give the cane in our school.
Dumb.
Yeah.
It's just a sound, right? It's just a sound that comes out of your mouth.
Are you listening to now?
What's going on?
Sorry, I got pet monkeys calling out.
Fair enough. What's that?
Yeah, that's I think.
Stake this. Are those real undies? We can't hear you unwrecked. You're still muted, mate. Yeah, you're still muted.
That doesn't make. I was unmuted by.
That's it.
Yeah, Dave 43 muted me. I talk too much as it is. That's probably why.
No, it was just I knew that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
that's full on. So how did that did he end up just leaving you alone? What?
I mean, I just kind of didn't give a shit. I was really kind of calm because I was just not at all threatened by him, and I just thought, you're an idiot, dude, and he just kept getting angry and angry, and I just didn't feel like placating him, so I just said, no, I just stood up to him. I was like, no, fuck off, dude. If it was, and he came up and he came right up to my table, and I was just like, I don't know, what are you gonna do, dude? It was ridiculous, And then he went off and stuff, and I just kept eating and I kept talking and stuff. And then at the end of and then there was this big crow kind of came down, and I saw that the crow kind of wanted a little bit of my breakfast because I'd kind of finished. So I just pushed the plate over, and the crow kind of came up onto the chair, and then he came a bit closer, and then he came and he picked a bit of something, and he picked a bit of something else, and he flew off. And then I finished up and I walked up and he just goes, "You're a bloody idiot. You shouldn't be feeding the fucking crows." I didn't say fucking, but you shouldn't be feeding the crows and blah. And just kind of went off at me, you know. And it was just like, okay, no. I mean, he's getting very angry.
Was he an old guy or a young?
Yeah, he was old. But then I was thinking, geez, I'm old as well. Like, he can't be that much older than me. Like, at a guess, I would have said he was 55, and I'm like 50. So I'm like, dude, you're probably just 5 years older than me. I'm not going to, give you massive respect just because you're an old dude. I don't know. It was like, yeah. I think it was because he was so aggro straight from the start. Like, he was. People get triggered, don't they? I don't know.
Why? Because you're in the line. You were getting served before him or something like that. He was behind you.
No.
It's because you said FUCK. You said FUCK.
Yeah, and he took offence at me swearing, I think. And I said, dude, it's a public space. And I was chatting on my headphones, I was like, it was an outdoor area. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe who knows what's going wrong?
Yeah, you should have shielded him hex, mate. You should have shoot him hex. Shield him. Should have gone mate.
Probably wasn't the moment.
Hey, you should have said, how do you like these apples? Here, come and lick my nuts while you're at it. Hey, should have said that.
Yeah.
I like that line in the Furu's eulogy where he goes, "You can lick our nuts, CMC. We don't need you to list us.
You can lick our nuts."
That's what it says in the song, mate. That's attitude there, right? That's ballsy, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's ballsy saying that.
Yeah. I'm very impressed with, like, a lot of rap, to be perfectly honest, in its ability to tell a story, Like
a lot of it, yeah. I'm a huge fan of some of those.
Songwriting in general, which can tell a story, is just really impressive.
You know who my favourite artist is at the moment, who we want to see next to do it on the Hex chart? That's 50 Cent. He's got, we say, Get Rich, Die or Die Trying or something like that. What's the name of that album? The famous album. Yep. Apparently he got paid in Bitcoin for something. He didn't even realise he had it. And then he found out he had all this Bitcoin and he was like, hey. Well, that's pretty old 50 Cent. Did you hear that? That's pretty OG, isn't it? It's pretty hard.
You should change his name from 50 Cent to 50 Cent.
I tell you what, 50 Cent's been on a good paddock, hasn't he? He's looking different from back in the Get Rich or Die Trying days. When he was like doing he was hanging upside down doing sit-ups and shit, all ripped and shit.
Yeah. He was cut as. Yeah, he was cut as.
Dude, he's been on a good paddock.
He had some good songs too. What was his song? I wish I could remember some of the lyrics to some of these songs. He'd be like, he was something about in the club.
Okay.
Without him in the club, bottle full of bub. My ex are getting needed, and used to get stuff. I'm in it for the sex. I'm in it for the money or some shit. Yeah.
Okay, I had enough, bro. Okay. That shit ain't. I'm not like.
In my rap career,
unwrecked. Do not rap.
I'll stick to playing guitar. I'll stick to the
play guitar, please. Do not rap, bro.
Yeah.
Do not rap. Leave that to Freddie.
No, I'm useless. I can't remember lyrics. I can't remember where I put my guitar pick down, let alone remember the words of a song.
Yeah.
But
I'm still waiting for Unwrecked. I'm starting for you to get a band together and tour the world now that you can.
Well, first of all, I've got to knock some holes in the walls and build a studio, and then we've got like a massive auditorium over here that I want to. And there's already a drum stand already there. I'm just going to put like a really nice set of drums there. We're just going to set it up with like a backline rigs with bass guitars and amplifiers, and we're just going to get because like young people want to go to live music, but they're not allowed to. And so all these concerts are being cancelled. So why not just make it a private oasis where we're in charge and we can have whatever musicians we like, and VIPs only, and the rest of you can fuck off.
That's a great idea, Matt. I used to be billeted in Ottawa with this couple who just had a really, really big house, and they put up artists and stuff like that.
And we'll get the Hilltop Hoods. We'll get them to. We'll get some headline acts. Why not?
Yeah, and
offer them the brass.
Yeah, They used to just have like artists come and do concerts in their living room, and they just invite a whole lot of friends over, and like it's so beautiful and intimate, and like, and artists were fine with it because they were could come and perform to this really intimate, captive audience and get paid well, and it was a lovely. They could meet the audience and stuff like that, and they had some really kind of some big names also come to their house and just like play, and probably not household names, but I remember what's his name? Do you know Mal Webb? He's a Melbourne guy. He's kind of famous, semi-famous. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I think that's one industry that's been really impacted. And I know some people that I follow on I follow them on social media and whatnot, and they're really, really talented people that can do their stuff, but they're just not. It must be so hard to make a living doing that these days. And I try to tell
impossible.
I try to tell these people to buy Hex and stake it as well, but they don't get that either. Sometimes it's like
What's going on? What's
going
going on, Ty?
Hey, fellas.
Hey, Ty.
How we doing?
What's happening? Good.
Not bad. I won't bless you with my live feed tonight because I'm pretty ratty. I've been working flat out, and Sammy sent me a link, said, why don't you drop in? I was following you guys, so I thought may as well drop in. It's been an epic day with Freddie's rap. The Furu eulogy was pretty cool.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
What do you do for a job, Ty?
Brand manager for a high-end bike company, so mountain bikes, e-bikes, that sort of stuff.
Right.
So we distribute to like over 1,000 stores in Australia.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Right. Well, those e-bike things are really taking off.
E-bikes are super popular. Once you get one of those, you never go back to a normal bike because
especially when you get old like me.
Hey, I'm old too, mate. Don't worry about that. I'm 48.
Yeah, right. Well, there you go. That's a good vintage. 73. Those were the days.
73.
Hey, you know what? Good year that. Hey.
Very good year. So you guys had to play around with the testnet yet?
I got a few tests trying to work it out. I went to the 4 set and got some. I haven't sent them or anything like that. I just kind of like got some. Sussed it out.
I'm fake Hex rich. I got sent thousands of fake Hex.
No, did you?
Hey, where do you get onto that? How do you is that something that easy? Because I went on the PulseChain and I couldn't see where to do it.
Well, whatever you had in your wallet on September 14th got copied.
Oh, no way.
So you might not see it. You might not see it because you haven't loaded the contract asset. So all you have to do is go, if you know what you had in your wallet on September 14th, or just go check, just start adding those assets like you'd add them in MetaMask on the Ethereum to your Pulse side, and those coins will be there right now.
Oh, cool. You look like in your MetaMask. So you go into MetaMask, but how do you hook up to the testnet?
Oh, you haven't hooked up to the testnet?
Nah.
Oh, okay. So, well, there's a couple. I mean, the hard way.
Where's the info, Ty? Do you know where the info is online?
Yeah. Well, it's officially on the GitLab, but what we did is we got
GitLab.
Yeah. So the Pulse. If you go to PulseChain.com and then scroll down to where it says view the code.
Oh yeah. I started looking at it the other night. I was going to try and do that. Yeah.
And then you can click on one of the banners says testnet, and it has all the settings. The 5 settings, but we've actually made it easier. We went. I got Walrus, one of the admins, to upload the information to chainlist.org. So if you go to chainlist.org, that has all the chains. And if you just hook your wallet up to that and type in PulseChain, there's 2 there, mainnet and testnet. Just click on testnet and it'll auto-populate it into your MetaMask for you.
Oh, here we go. Oh, look, you go, mate. That's awesome. Yeah, okay. I've got this chainlist.org now. Mate, you're all over it.
Well, I'm in PulseChain helping every minute of the day, so it's.
And dude,
I guess
that's credit. Yeah, kudos for you, mate, for doing that, because I've just been a fly on the wall in that room there. I'll tell you what, I'm learning stuff, and you guys just addressing all that stuff with the guys. That's actually accelerating adoption of crypto more broadly, and we know that crypto isn't going away. We know that it's here to stay, but people need a little bit of a friendly help into the right lanes, mate.
For sure.
It's good stuff.
So once you've got that loaded,
deserved
once
praise.
you've got that loaded, you can go and grab like the same hex contract. It's exactly the same contract, and go to add asset, add token, put that same contract in, and if you had liquid hex in your wallet on September 15th, you'll have liquid fake hex in your testnet right now, and whatever other ERC20s you had on September 14th.
Okay.
And then you guys can start sending them to each other and give it a go. Like it's fast.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, well, we played with that Matic.
Staking that you want. Can you stake?
So-
Can you actually send a contract?
So
or?
you technically can. They haven't put the front end up for everyone to utilize that yet. But they are testing it, and there was a test end stake yesterday. So obviously having a copy, there was one of the guys had an end stake that was 482 days old, and he end staked it on the PulseChain net testnet to test the gas fee.
Oh yeah.
And I believe it was 0.00016.
Pulse. Wow.
For a 482-day stake.
Nothing. That is nothing.
Nothing. Fractions and fractions of a cent.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that's just
So good. There's so many people who I want to onboard, but they only have got only want to do like $50 or $100 or something.
Well, you'll be able to DCA away on the PulseChain side. So
yeah,
it's only going to make adoption, that barrier to entry so much easier.
I would have thought DCA contracts would be a thing that would be possible.
Yeah, I've contacted one on the Ethereum side that I'm trying to. I'll have to look it up. Right now, I can't remember the name of it, but there is a protocol on the Ethereum side where you can set up DCAs like daily, weekly, monthly, how many times a day, all that.
You know, Kyle made a DCA contract for the adoption amplifier. Yeah, I'm sure some of that code would be viable.
Yeah, because it'll work well on the PulseChain side. I mean, I'd set up DCAs for Hex and Pulse, like no problem.
So what I've got on the screen is for anyone who's interested, and I have popped the link in the chat. It's the GitLab link to the PulseChain testnet README information. And if you just want to get it from the source and you want to put in the details yourself into MetaMask, you can just follow the instructions here at Connecting MetaMask, and it's got your how to enter the following information. And it's got your network name, your new RPC URL, your chain ID, the currency. It's got like pictures, how to do it. It's I think that's Unrect. He's got some people in the background there. So that's just if you just want to get it from directly from the source, which is the GitLab source. That's the link in the chat.
And have you been to the Block Explorer? Have you checked that out?
Mate, I haven't done.
If you take that link now and just type in, just scroll up a little. What is it again? It's just scan.pulsechain.com. Go to there and show everyone how it's working, because it shows you every 3-second block. It's amazing. Scroll down. Oh yeah, put a new tab. And
so this is
Block Explorer. See,
there we go.
You just copy that. Yeah, copy that into a new tab.
Copy this into a new tab.
Yep, there you go. And there you're going to see how many wallets, how many transactions, every block scooting along every 3 seconds.
Wow.
You watch it. So there's 28 million wallets, 163 million transactions. And that's every 3-second block going across from left to right. And so if you guys send yourself like one of you want to send some tokens as a test to the other, you can come here and you'll see your transaction straight away, and then you can see how long it took to confirm. I mean, most of ours have been around 2.5 seconds confirmation. And that was before they beefed up the validator nodes, like they did trick them up. They weren't running them at full capacity day one.
Okay.
I also saw that one of the devs put out that it's going to be at least 2 months until mainnet.
Looks like maybe early December at this stage. I guess they just want to make sure, everything's 100% and perfect. They don't want to have, I'd rather it be later and be perfect than to be early and to have issues.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Look,
it's pretty interesting that Block Explorer, just seeing everything's pairing along.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a good look at this. I just haven't had a chance yet, but this is amazing. I didn't even know that all this stuff was like going.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So if you did a transaction and then came here or clicked on your, the transaction log in your MetaMask, you'll see yours. You'll see what token you sent. Yeah, just like Ether Scan, you're able to see how long it took to confirm, how much you sent, what the fee was. It's pretty cool.
So I'm just noticing on here, everything is still called Ether and ERC20 at this point in time.
Yeah,
so I'm assuming they'll change that to Pulse and PRC20, obviously.
Correct. Yeah.
Yep.
If you have a look in the GitLab in issues, I think they have a few things like display issues where they talk about things like that, where it says Ether instead of Pulse. But yeah, and hence why we are obviously in test. You can get all these things ironed out.
Awesome, man. That's so exciting to see this stuff. And I'm with you. And I'm with you. I'm with you, man. I think they took, like, Richard and the dev team took their time when it came to when it came to Hex and the release of Hex. They took their time and they got it right. And I think if that's anything to base it off, I think they should just follow that same attitude with Pulse, man. There's no hurry. There is no rush. You know what? It would be nice. It would be nice if it was possible for it to come out before Christmas, because then everyone's going to be like talking to their family members about this at the Christmas parties and all of that. But if it doesn't, then so be it. I mean, we'd rather have something that is fully functional and hasn't got issues.
Yeah. So obviously they'll keep putting more front ends on and rolling them out gradually to, I guess, build up the load testing features. So more people can interact and do things. There is a tweet that's going out. That's gone out. So tomorrow they want to load, like they've invited everyone to get on at a certain time and start sending transactions to each other for 60 seconds. So that'll be I think, is daylight savings tonight?
Yeah, it is.
So before daylight savings, it was meant to be 11 a.m. So you're going to have to factor in that hour difference. So tomorrow Australia time,
10.
It'll be 10 now, I guess. And it's 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST in America. They've invited everyone to get on and just start sending transactions to all your buddies. They really want to load and stress test it.
Hey, Unwrecked, I have to apologize, mate. I muted you before when you had like some people in the background, and then I forgot to unmute you. My apologies, mate.
No one wants to hear me, mate. Guess what? Congratulations, Ty. I'm retired now because you just gave that information was just what I was looking for. So thank you very much for that. So I think you should have your own show. Yeah, well, I might as well, because I mean, you just gave us all the information that I'm trying to find out. So you can have a job. You can have a job on the Hex Late Show, mate. I'll go off. I'll get on my horse and ride out to the sunset.
Nice try.
That was awesome, mate. Well done. Well done.
Happy to help out, but not taking over.
Mate, Ty doesn't need to. Ty doesn't need to be on our rickety old show, mate. He could do his own show.
Yeah,
I do one with Identity Block. So we've done 7 streams now.
Oh yeah.
We've had some of the admins on and the devs and some of the people talking about new projects coming to Pulse. So yeah, we've done about 17 hours in the last week of streaming.
Wow, really? Mate, I just learned a lot just in that first 5 minutes. I just learned everything that I needed to know. That was great.
Ty, can you shill Can you please shield the channel that's on? Because I had no idea, mate. I had no idea that. I know that you've spoken about it, but I didn't know that you're already doing it. Like
Yeah, sure.
when we last spoke.
One moment. Freddie Quotes' thing came up automatically when I did that. One moment. So initially we've done everything on Identity's channel.
Yep.
As a collaborative effort. But we have set up my channel as well. So just in case one channel goes down or he's busy and we want to keep doing something. And so I've copied all the streams that we've done, so they're identical on both channels. So I'll just give you both of them. But yeah, we've got we had RG3 on there the other day as well.
Oh, good on you! No, that's
So
good work. I think I caught a little bit of your. I might have seen one of your early episodes. You've been going for a little while because you came on. You spoke to us a few weeks ago, and then I think you mentioned it there, and then I think I caught Identity Block on a few other. He's been getting on the Discourse Syndicate and some of the other stuff, and I've heard you guys with Papa Bona in the PulseChain. I love sitting in there as a fly on the wall. Because it's just, if you got the time.
Jesus. Yeah, so Papa B's a resident. We've got a few things in the works for doing I'm not going to give away too much, but because everyone talks T shares, so we're gonna do a bit of an experiment called the B Share Millionaire. We're going to show people how you can use B shares and become rich.
Cool.
So I've just put Identity's link in the chat. And I'll put my channel in there as well. There you go. Done.
Have you put that in the private chat, or did you?
Oh no! Do you want it? I just put it in the chat. Do you want it?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, man.
I don't see it. That's
cool.
all.
Yeah, I don't think it came up.
Yeah, because what happens, the chat sometimes, if it's a link, the chat will automatically filter it out. So if you pop it in the private chat, I'll copy it and pop it in there.
Sure. I'll have to work that out because I'm on my phone and my laptop at the moment. So I'll get that to you in a second. Hang on. So it might kick me out if I try and multitask. I'll get it to you anyway.
No worries, man.
So you were saying
it's Identity Block, right? Because I might just go. I'll just go and look him up and put it in there.
Yeah.
So you were saying, Ty, you've had a few people on who are talking about some of the other projects that are coming on PulseChain, and I was actually listening to your show when one person was talking about it, and I think it was a stable coin, but I can't remember now exactly what it was.
It's a stable coin loan protocol.
Right, so that as a way to kind of get out of taxes. So
get out of taxes. Yeah, exactly. Collateralized loans, but still in the same beliefs that Richard likes, which is not your keys, not your crypto. So you keep your keys.
So all trustless, all admin keys.
Yeah, all trustless, no admin keys, all that stuff. That was Jesse, the pit boss.
That's right.
He has got a Telegram group, like a holding channel, until they release the name. And there's about 180 people in there now. I can see all the OG Hexagons are in there, and Toby and Matty Orlin, and everyone's in there waiting to see what they've got because they have got white papers and videos and everything going to be released soon.
Oh, brilliant! Wow.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the white paper to come.
Are they going to have their own token?
Yeah, they'll have their own. Yeah. And I believe Overwatch is at minimum an investor in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's going to throw. I mean, it sounds like he wants to throw money at a few things, hey, and researching things and stuff, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
there's a few other people that have obviously come out. I mean, I don't know about some of these protocols, but Alpha Swap. I know I saw a tweet. They're saying they're going to support PulseChain. I think they've already got their website up.
Yeah, they're really good.
PulseChain.
They were doing this thing where so people didn't get that miner extracted value because they have a way to send transactions directly to the miners without so people couldn't arbitrage bot your stuff.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm not familiar with it, but I know that a lot of people from the PulseChain Telegram's gone over to their Telegram to talk to them about it, and I think they're in the PulseChain one. So there's, I think that testnet's up, we're going to start to see people play with it, and then I'm sure we'll see more announcements coming out. No doubt.
No doubt. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be sick, man.
D Hexicon's written in chat any launch pads. So TrustSwap, they came out middle of the sacrifice. Jeff Kirkides, and said they're going to be supporting PulseChain. So they are a launch pad amongst other things that they offer with TrustSwap.
Cool. I think we need, as I said, an unwrecked token. What do you reckon, unwrecked? You're quite muffled, mate.
Take the
muffled.
sock out of your mouth.
What are you doing? What's going on? Now we can't hear you.
Oh, gee. Maybe he needs to be called wrecked.
What happened, mate? You must have changed your settings or something. We can't hear you.
No, you muted me. You muted me. Don't blame me for this. For this audio.
No, I do that. You do shit.
Oh, it's a madhouse here. Like I've got kids running like being silly buggers, and I'm talking to you blokes. So anyway, this is really good stuff, though. By the way, I'm really interested in what Ty's got to say because I'm learning. And so, what was the question again? Sorry, but I'm sorry, having some issues here, but that's all right.
I just said that we need to do an unwrecked token.
Oh, that's right. Well, there isn't it. It was like a reverse carpet munch rug pull or something. So what did I say? It was a pirate. Unwrecked riff coin or something like that. I came up with.
We're going to do a gay time NFT. I think that's.
That's it. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not?
Infinite supply. Infinite supply.
That's it. An unwrecked DAO.
It'll unwreck you. It'll unwreck you right up. Hey? You'll be unfucked so
Thanks for
quick.
the super chat.
You'll never have an audio problem ever again. Yeah. No, why not? How's it going then? So that's really interesting stuff, by the way.
I believe that an unwrecked Hex Toys doll is absolutely needed.
Hang on. This is something that we do need to shill. We do need to shill those dolls because they're only vaporware at the moment. We need to get a certain number of those NFTs need to be bought before those dolls go into production. And Sammy Chica, she'd probably buy all of them. All the remaining Richard Hart dolls will be snapped up like that. Yeah.
You need to make a Sammy Chica doll as well.
Yes. She's all over the place. She's everywhere on Twitter. Why not?
Everyone can just make their own doll. If you really want a doll, just have it made. Just have it made.
Well,
you can afford
Hexagons can do that.
Exactly.
There's so many characters in Hex. Like it's just perfect for dolls. Have a Conrad Zen doll and a. What's going on?
I think Blue Bum. We need a Blue Bum doll of you just like in like a bath of ice, just doing Wim Hof with breathing techniques or something, just like sitting there like this.
Yeah. That's it. I've been really getting into the cold showers, hey. I've been loving them. Like it's basically the first thing I do in the morning now is do breathing exercises and then jump in a cold shower. And it's just like, gets you going, hey.
It'll wake you up.
Yeah.
I'd buy an unwrecked doll too, T-Bird. I would absolutely buy an unwrecked doll.
Yeah, for sure. Well, no, I wouldn't.
Why? No. I'd be like that. I'd be like face off the A-team. That would be me. You know the A-team? Remember the A-team?
Mr. T.
That'd be Mr. T shares, and I'll be the faces. That faces guy. Who's suave, sophisticated guy. Yeah. All the ladies love.
The silver fox guy.
No, mate. Gold fox, mate. No silver foxes here.
Gold fox.
Golden.
I just put my link in.
Golden.
I just put my link in the private chat so you can repost it into main chat.
The Golden Willy Wonka ticket factory. The golden ticket to the Willy Wonka factory when you've got the hex.
What's this link, Ty? What's the link?
Oh, that's my YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. So I've only.
That's good stuff, mate. Yep.
So I feel like unwrecked. I feel like whoever's in the background maybe does not.
I need to bail.
No, probably doesn't believe that people would actually buy your doll. That if you had a doll, they don't realize what a superstar you are in the Hex community, mate. They don't realize.
Just an ordinary bloke. I'm just an ordinary, just an everyday fellow. Why? What are you talking about?
The one thing you are. You are not ordinary. Trust me.
Mate, my kids are thinking they like. My kids took my kids down the park the other day. My little 4-year-old was like pretending that they're playing pirate. I said, "What are you doing?" Like, we're playing pirates. Like, they're just mocking me. Like, my son's just standing there, like going, pulling faces and mocking me. They don't listen. They don't realise that what I've done for them, with the hex staking and that. They just don't get it. I can't even explain it to them. And yet, here I am talking to the world on the internet. It's like I don't know. It's just real life and fantasy fiction sort of blend into a thing, isn't it?
Hey, did you guys watch? Did you guys see the meetup that they had in Zurich with that crypto?
I watched about half of it. Yeah,
that was great. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed
Very
watching
good.
that, and I enjoyed watching Richard interacting with everyone, like people that we've seen on streams. I just enjoyed seeing people that we've seen on streams, like in person. There, it's just like all these characters, man. All these characters coming together.
Yeah,
in real life, it's sort of exciting to watch.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you can see someone of Richard's caliber is just like a normal person hanging out with everyone. Like how often do you see that stuff in this space?
You don't. You don't see it.
It's just it's and it just looks natural, and they all look like they're having a lot of fun. And Richard's got a big smile, so good on him.
Yeah. Hey, Funding Jim was baller too, wasn't he? He looked really suave and. Didn't Funding Jim look good? Oh, I thought he looked good in the photos. From what I saw of it, anyway. But yeah, what a great thing to be able to do, and to meet your mentor or your hero. I mean, he's everyone's hero, and Hexicans love Richard Hart. There's no doubt about that. He's an icon in crypto. I mean, what did you say in the last stream, day 43? He said, "We're not here to take part. We're here to take over." And he wants his, they're doing it. All the stuff that's happening, the highest of stakes, the DVD the documentaries that are being made about this journey that we're on with.
That gives me goosebumps. That preview.
Oh, speaking of that, hang on. Let me see if I can get that preview. Should we watch that preview? That would be cool.
Yeah,
hey?
Do it.
Do you think we can do that? Let me see if I can get that.
Can do it.
But, hang on.
Hopefully you'll have a better go than Freddie's launch today.
Let me see. It might take me a couple of minutes to download, but let me get onto that.
So Ty, just going back to where you how have you picked up this knowledge so quickly? Because how long have you been around? How long have you been around cryptocurrency, and how long have you been in looking into the technical side of the blockchain, and specifically PulseChain, and then I guess the things that are going on? Could you just shut? Sorry.
I think I mentioned this to you last time, but I've been around since 2017.
Yep.
Got wrecked like everyone else with the promise coins and the ICOs and all that stuff. Actually got so frustrated with it all that whatever coins I had left, I just left on my ledger, and I essentially just walked away for a few years. And then my buddy got
I remember now,
you got to come back. And then I came back, and like I said, I didn't find Hex until I found Pulse. So sacked on day 5, and started researching from there, and just been full into it, back into it. I mean, I've always been technically minded and computer savvy and that sort of thing, and just started like researching Hex and how it all works, and joined the Telegram and spent a lot of time with Papa Boner and a few of the OGs, and pretty quick on the uptake. And then before I knew it, I was helping others in there, and with Papa's blessing, which is important.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good work. Hey, mate. So going back to this bike thing, do you ride a bike yourself? Do you get out on the bike?
Yeah. Used to race downhill. So I ran a downhill factory team for the brand. It was the longest and one of the largest teams in Australia. Did that for 14 years, running the team, traveling Australia. Now just ride. Wow, there you go. Just ride recreational now. Like to get out with friends and go riding.
Yeah, it's a great thing. Yeah, I love the Sunday morning club rides and things like that.
Yeah,
and, just the social coffee rides and things like that. Or in the bush, I like the mountain biking stuff. Yeah,
when you get out riding, it just takes away the stress of the normal days. When you're out riding, you don't actually think about anything else.
Right, you're exactly right. So tomorrow we ride. That's it.
Yeah, there you go.
It's good stuff. Thank you for sharing that. I just wanted to just recap. I just wanted to refresh my memory banks on that stuff, because gee whiz, mate, it's good to have those links now. You've chucked those links in there, and I've just gone in there and just it's taken me exactly to where I wanted to see. That's what I've been looking for, that I couldn't see it on the PulseChain.com. Yeah,
and we wanted to get that info out in our streams, so people who had all those questions, instead of because what happens in the PulseChain chat is ultimately every day you just keep answering the same questions to thousands of people day in, day out. And so we wanted to started to try and build those resources. So when people go in, we can just say, direct them to here. So Papa and I are going to be doing some Ledger and Trezor security videos, migration videos, setting up Trezors, Ledgers and all that. So then when people come in, we're going to direct them to there, because it gets quite a bit too much in there when you're doing the same thing, and then people want to leave the chat because they're just sick of hearing the same thing over and over again, and we don't want to promote people leaving. We thought we'll build up the video resources so people have got a place to go find all this stuff. Watch that. If they have a question after that, they can come back, and hopefully it'll just be a small amount of time to get them over the line to sort them out.
That's it. Do the work once and then just cookie cutter it out, so you don't have to
you can
scale it. You can just direct people to the information. Exactly. You don't have to repeat yourself over and over again.
There you go.
That's very good. That's very good, mate. Yeah, well done there. I think it's a very it can be a thankless job, some of that stuff, and it is harder than it looks as well. Like the streaming side of things, like we do, and well, not for me, but because I don't do anything, I just come on and we just talk, but. Some of the guys that are putting in really hard yards on the streams and things like I don't know if you watched the Joker stream, man.
Yeah,
it's incredible what he does.
He's pretty hard at it.
But anyway, it's the community is really strong in Hex and in Pulse, and I think it's a testament.
It's like no other community, isn't it? Really, like I've been in a few, and there's nothing like the Hex and Pulse community. It's amazing.
It's unique.
Yeah.
Hey guys, let's watch a clip. Okay, I've got a clip here lined up. Let's hopefully it plays without any hiccups.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime. Yes, every scammer in the world is going to tell you something similar, but in this case, you are actually going to have regret.
I mean, you're scamming everyone.
Richard Hart, he's got a history of being called the spam master.
There's some weird things going on with his coins.
Making one of the biggest Ponzi schemes that we have ever seen.
Hex coin is 1,000% a scam coin.
People are going to lose money because of you.
Remember all the haters? All the haters that told you that I was a scammer and Hex was a scam? I got bad news for the haters. We're making new all-time highs where everything else is getting wrecked. Price is up 4,000 or 5,000 fold in 600 days.
I've made enough money in the last week that I could buy a house in cash.
I would never have to work another day in my life.
I'm here to shill. I want to change the world, and I can only do that if people participate. The only thing that matters in this world is goods and services. Everything else is accounting. And our made-up imaginary internet money is better than the government's made-up imaginary internet money. Both of them are only backed by the shared fiction of the humans believing that they have value.
If Hex is a religion, then Richard is God.
I'm in crypto for glory. I want to have the best cryptocurrency that's ever existed. I want to have the best performing asset that's ever existed.
And so I think of blockchain as like the internet. In the 90s, everyone thought the internet was just for email.
I bought some this morning.
They're imaginary quarters. Like, it's like playing Monopoly.
I put it all in. I went.
Like, all what?
All over house money.
This is a force that is not going to go away. The cryptocurrency is not going away. And at some point, the people that you met that you thought were crazy loon birds, they're going to be in the 1%, and they're going to be the people that own half everything.
Mate, that gives me goosebumps every time I watch that thing.
Every time. I think I've blown up all my data allowance watching that thing.
It's good, isn't it? Little beauty.
Man, it's so good. It's so well done.
There's a couple of questions creep in the chat. One's for Ty. Recommend a couple of e-bike brands.
Yeah, I got it all.
And then we've got
crypto.
Yeah, and then you've got. Can you explain Hex? Well, you just did it with that video. So that's the other question I saw. There's a quick look at Stevan Granovac saying, "Can you guys do a quick rundown of Hex?" Well, I think you just got it from the horse's mouth there. King Shill himself.
We can give him a rundown. So what was he wanting to know? Can we give a quick rundown of Hex,
do a quick
what it is?
Soldiers 5 on Hex. I think
Yeah,
day
absolutely.
43. I think you
Okay.
explain it beautifully, mate. You do.
Okay, so in traditional legacy systems, we've got something called a term deposit in Australia, or a CD, that's where you take your money to the bank and you say, here, hold my money for X amount of months or years. And the bank says, okay, and we're going to pay you an interest rate on top of that if you fulfill your side of the deal, which is to keep it locked up for that period of time. So what Hex is, it's a version of that. It mimics that on the blockchain. So what you do is you get this token, you swap your dollars for Ethereum, and then you get this token, and then with this token you lock it with a contract. It's an immutable contract on the blockchain. So there's no banker that you need to give your Hex to. It's a contract, it's code, and you interact with that contract, and you basically lock up your Hex for a predetermined amount of time. You decide whether it's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, a month, 2 months, 5 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 15 years. It's up to you how long you lock it for, as long as it's between 1 and 5,555 days. And then based on your commitment, based on how long and how much Hex you lock up, you're going to get paid an interest rate. And you might ask, where does that interest come from? Well, the interest in the system is the inflation in the system. So, for example, in Bitcoin, the inflation in Bitcoin is minted and created by miners that create the new Bitcoin. And those miners get that Bitcoin and they get to sell it on the market to pay their electricity costs. In Hex, if you lock up your Hex, you're going to get the inflation in the system rather than miners getting it. You're going to get it. So you're basically getting paid. The system is paying you to lock up your coins for as much as you want to lock them up for. So the people who have the the ability or the willpower to lock it up for the longest period of time, they're going to get the biggest and the best rewards. And that's basically what it is. I mean, there's a lot of other things that go into it, but that's just a
game theory
overview.
Best game theory in all crypto, and I will just add to that: the best time to buy HEX is today, and the best time to stake HEX is yesterday, because the T-share rate always goes up. It's always climbing. What does that do? It means it's costing more. You've got to burn more HEX for the per T-share, and then what does that? And then that actually creates a scarcity, a digital scarcity,
and that's an important thing.
Which feeds into
That's an important thing you say there, because we see people come into chat all the time saying, "Oh, I can't afford a T-share. I'm just going to keep saving." But what they don't realize is every day they're saving, it's still moving away from them, and so they've got to save more,
exactly
save faster,
right.
or get
you
the.
Don't hesitate. Do not hesitate. Do not
don't
wait.
worry about,
you get a sense of urgency at all times.
Yeah, don't worry about T-shares. Just call it shares and get as many as you can and work to your time frame. But be mindful on the Ethereum side. Small bags for short times, you'll get blown up on gas fees. That would be my advice.
Yeah.
And soon there's going to be HEX on PulseChain. So PulseChain is coming out very soon. So this is the issue at the moment, right? We've got HEX on Ethereum, and when HEX came out on Ethereum, when it was first, when that contract was first deployed, Ethereum was really, really cheap. Like you could do transactions that would cost you like a cent. A transaction would cost you 1 cent. Now a transaction, like a regular transaction, can cost you like $125 It's like gotten like so expensive to the point where you need to be transacting in larger numbers for it to be viable to transact on Ethereum. You can't just go and put in $50. It's just kind of not what the fees are going to eat up everything, right? So what Richard Hart is doing, or what the creator of HEX is doing, is he's forking Ethereum and creating an exact copy of the Ethereum system state, and it's going to be called PulseChain. The difference between Ethereum and Pulse is basically going to be throughput. It's going to be quicker, and it's also going to be cheaper to transact. How cheap? From what you were saying, it's going to be fractions of a cent to do transactions. From what you're saying, from what you said earlier.
Correct.
So what that's gonna do is it's gonna change the way HEX is used, because at the moment on Ethereum, you can't have strategy like a micro staking strategy. Like you can't do small stakes, like really small. Let's say, you can't do 50 HEX stakes. It's just not worth. It's just not worth it, right? On Pulse, you'll be able to do stakes pretty much almost as small as you want to do them, and it will still be viable. It will.
That's exciting. The small ones are exciting because if you're trying to onboard someone, and that barrier to entry is lowered, and you can say, look, just throw $50 in for a week and get an idea what it does, because you can do that because the fees are so cheap, and they can do it over a week. All right, they might not get a massive return, but they get the fundamentals of it and see how it works, and then they can go larger. So I think that, and then also like I'm working on a ladder strategy that Papa and I worked on. That's just not possible to do right now on Ethereum. It's 140 stakes over 15 years, strategically put out. It'd be over 10 grand in staking fees just to put all of those stakes on.
Yeah,
but it's going to be, maybe $1 or $2 to put all of those stakes on, max 140 different stakes.
Fantastic. And there were a lot of people who did micro staking strategies on the Ethereum network before the fees got out of control. So whilst those stakes are probably out of play at the moment on the Ethereum network, they will come back into play when the fork happens, because there's going to be an opportunity for them to then go and unstake those. Sorry, Unrect, I had to mute you, mate. There's just too much shit going on in the background, mate. Unless you want to mute yourself.
You can go to sign language.
Yeah. So there's a really good comment here. It's important to mention that you don't have to lock up your HEX. You can keep it liquid and gain from price appreciation alone. Staking is an awesome bonus for to the price appreciation. That's 100% correct. We don't want people to get it twisted. We don't want you to think if you get into HEX, you have to lock up your coins. You don't have to. You don't have to lock them up at all. You can do what you like. You're the boss of your coins when it comes to HEX. It's a DeFi product. You can do what you like. We're all big fans of staking because what it means is you can get extra HEX for just sitting back. If you're a hodler, like, there's that whole hodler of last resort in the Bitcoin space, in the Bitcoin community. Now, I would argue that HEX stakers are like better hodlers of last resort. They are absolute hodlers of last resort because they're going to hodl for 15 years, and they make that choice to hodl for 15 years at the start. So you can make a choice to hodl for 15 years, and you're going to get paid some outsized, like you're going to get paid a lot of HEX if you stake for 15 years, right? So whatever you stake, if you stake, let's say you stake 1,000 HEX, right, for 15 years, you're going to get a lot more than 1,000 HEX back at the end of that 15 years. No one can tell you what the price of HEX is going to be at that point in time. I'm going to make that clear. But what we can say is that based on, if you just look at what HEX has been doing, what it has done so far, it seems to be going in one direction at the moment. And there have been dips, there has been volatility, but there has been some volatility, but that's to be expected in crypto because it happens. It's a very cyclical type of game, crypto, and it seems to go up a lot and then come down a lot and then go up a lot and then come down a lot and then go up a lot. But what we always hope is that it ends up going up more than it comes down, and that's what HEX has been doing for the last 2 years for sure.
Got a new flash for you.
Guys agree? The beauty of HEX in a bear market when stuff comes down is if you're staked, you're still getting paid every day. It might be in units of HEX, but you're still making HEX every day. And so when we come out of a bear market, you've accumulated all this extra HEX and you just wait for the bull market. You can either choose to keep running it, sell a bit off, stake it back out. That's the beauty of the staking mechanism is you're earning regardless what's going on in the market. You're still earning units of HEX.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, I just got a news flash here from Tangent, Hex Tangent. He's our TA guy. This is what he's saying. It's a good that HEX is decorrelated from the rest of the market. I want HEX to go down and coil up like a cum load. Haters going to be squirting. Hey, like that one. I think he put it on his. I think that's what he titled his stream. He's got a way with words, that bloke, hasn't he?
Wow.
You love our Tangent, mate. There's no TA like that. That's quality right there, isn't it?
Bro.
Like
There's going to be plenty of cum shots
6 points.
in HEX, man.
Hey.
What's interesting with the copied stakes,
Money.
with the gas fees, and people are like, they're getting copies of all their existing stakes. So one of the tactics is because you get a 2-week window to mint your coins when it matures, you could go and mint the coins on the Pulse side. If you're cash strapped, and then sell some of those coins to pay for the gas to mint the coins on the Ethereum side.
There's a lot of strategy and deep thinking going on around, how they're going to play their cards there. And it's interesting to hear, different points of view from within the community, and the fact that there are some places where they are open about what they're doing with their ETH or their the hex and the P hex. Some people are saying that they're going to sell down the ETH hex and move it all across the bridge, walk it all across the bridge into Pulse. But I don't know. I'm just going to probably. I'm going to probably just keep an each way bet on it. To be honest with you,
if they all leave unwrecked, if a whole heap of people decide that they want to go to Pulse and leave, that just means more APY for us that stay on the east side. So I just don't see it happening. I see a seesaw.
Well,
people will go.
Yeah,
it'll self-balance because people will chase APY. Some people will chase lower gas fees, flexibility. There'll be a whole gamut of reasons. And I think the beauty of the system is it's going to seesaw a little bit in that aspect.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit wild. There's a bit of
and
volatility.
a critical aspect or something that's going to be very much required is going to be that bridge from the Pulse hex to the Ethereum hex. Like if there's an easy way to get from one to the other, I think we are going to see that balancing at some point. But you would be out of your mind to be doing unnecessary things on the Ethereum side. You're going to want to be using the Pulse side to do functions that can be done for cheaper. Why would you use the ETH side unnecessarily?
Yeah,
well, we hear that come up all the time, and I sort of disagree with it because I think people with small bags, they're gonna gravitate to the PulseChain because they got small bags. But people with bigger bags and longer stake periods, they're not really going to care because they're going to make so much money. Further to that, if, like I said before, if more people stack on and start staking on Pulse, and there's less on the ETH side, well, the APY is going to be greater, and I know where I'll be doing more on the ETH side because eventually, at some point, ETH will fix their problem. In a few years, they'll fix it. Because if they don't, they'll be irrelevant.
Yeah, they maybe.
Well,
I'm not so sure. Like their last two forks, they've just dicked around doing like.
Yeah, they made it worse.
It's not really improving the protocol at all. Like there's a lot of.
But if they don't
misaligned incentives in that system.
But if they don't fix it, they'll kill themselves. And there's that much competition now that they'll become irrelevant if they don't fix it. And I think they've had a good run, and now they know they need to actually step up and fix the issue.
Yeah, but it's not like they're a coherent kind of like group of people. It's like literally herding cats. In fact, that's what they call the people, the devs who organize it. It's like the cat herders or something like that. Like it's. Like it's just not a very. It might be a kind of case of too many cooks.
Sounds like Bitcoin. Sounds like Bitcoin.
Well, the same thing happened with Bitcoin. Yeah, like the dev didn't want to change it. They wanted to, and ETH, that's what ETH has been trying to pivot to, this kind of store of value narrative, and it's not it shouldn't be a store of value. It should be it's meant to be the world's computer. It's meant to be the stuff on top of it, which is the stores of value. And so they're trying to have their cake and eat it.
It's supposed to be financial application. I mean, it's supposed to be financial applications. That's how I feel. Like, you're going to need to, get rid of, like, we want to replace some of the shitty finance things that are out there that don't do anyone any good and just fuck the average person over. We want to get rid of some of those things and replace it with better shit that is censorship resistant and people can't be locked out away from their own money, right? That's like, in my mind, that's what I would like to see. That's what I'd like to see out of this stuff, right?
Think about the last two forks, at the least the last two forks. What improvements were made in terms of user experience? Like, if anything, they got worse. It got more expensive, and it got more complicated. Like,
well, that London fork, and I said it before. A lot of people were going, London fork's going to fix the fees, but if you actually went and read
it's not even close.
EIP 1559. It was never actually meant to fix the fees.
No.
There's like 6 stages.
Well, they're meant to stabilize. They're meant to stabilize the fees. But even that hasn't happened.
No, because the congestions are so great with OpenSea and all those NFTs. It's not workable. Now you got Vitalik coming out thinking maybe we'll do I can't remember the technical term, but something to do with a different layer to put the NFTs on as a solution, because obviously the current states. Yeah.
Like
look, I know everyone keeps saying, like PulseChain's never meant to be an Ethereum killer, and you see all these other chains come out, the next Ethereum killer. I think if anything's going to kill Ethereum, it will be Ethereum.
That's what it's. I think that's what they've been doing for the last year. They've just been kind of like they've gotten too rich or something. I don't know. They're trying to protect their wealth rather than make a better user experience.
Yeah. Anyway, out of the issues is created something great. Pulse. So I'm very thankful for that, and I'm looking forward to what's to come for sure. It's exciting.
Give Pulse a year or two. Let's give Pulse a year or two, and I think that we're going to start to see the same thing that we've seen with Hex, maybe even sooner. The pull of people cannot. So let's not underestimate what it means to people to get like a copy of all their ERC20s. Hey, Unrex, can you do it, mate? Let's not underestimate what it means to people to get like a copy of their ERC20s on the Pulse chain. Like that is going to draw people in for a long time. Like people are going to not know about that for 6 months, a year.
Yeah.
And then they're going to find out, they're going to say, wait a second, when that fork happened, I had X, Y, and Z. Let me go check if they're on that side. And lo and behold, they'll go across, and those PRC20s are just going to be sitting in their accounts. So this shit's going to draw people in for a long time. It's going to be this slow burn of just people coming in. It's not going to be like, there's people get like this airdrop or whatever, and then it's over in like a week or two. It's going to just go on for ages and ages until every single person who's ever had an ERC20 token on Ethereum has gone on to Pulse. And then when they go on the Pulse, they're going to be like, holy shit.
Why is there no crypto media talking about this? Why doesn't coin, whatever it's called, coin market, blah, blah, blah. All my influence that I've been watching. Why haven't I heard about this?
It's actually brilliant.
The world.
Do you know how many people
outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum? Hey.
On a daily basis? Do you know how many people come into PulseChain chat? When can I buy? How can I buy Pulse? I've only just found out about it, and I'm talking. It's like lots every day. Like they've now found out about it because of all the gatekeeping, and they feel like they've done wrong by, and their number one question is,
I have been done wrong by, and I hope that
when can I buy
succeeds. Yeah.
When can I buy it?
Which influencers were you kind of watching before you found out about Hex?
The correct answer is all the wrong ones.
Yeah.
And that's being deadly serious. Like when I came back in April, Hex didn't come up in any of my feeds anywhere. All the old OGs, whether they were Bitcoin or Ethereum, Crypto Cabane and all those, and they're all in their own echo chamber. I'm not saying they're not successful at what they do. I mean, they've made a lot of money. They've been in the right place at the right time, all that stuff. But it seems to be they're all very close-minded and very quick to judge, Richard.
So you were mainly on Twitter, were you, or were you also watching like YouTube people?
Yeah, no, I was on YouTube's, mainly all the mainstream stuff. Occasionally, I'd see Richard with his top hat on someone else's stream or with a group of people as I was flicking through and didn't really give it the time, didn't really know. I'm like, who's this dude, And then like when the penny dropped, when I got onto Pulse and then researched Hex and Richard, and I'm like, how the hell did I miss this? Like, wow, I was just, and some friends that are in crypto as well, they were just like gobsmacked, and they've gotten liquidated every other coin, sacrificed large amounts for Pulse, almost sold the house on Hex and staked it from 2 to 15 years. Like, they've all gone in. They're just like, and now they're not trading. They're not ringing around, degenning, picking up pennies in front of freight trains. They're just like, I got my life back.
That's the beautiful, relaxing, calm sea, the calm ocean sea. We're just every day's a winner in Hex, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just sit back and relax, and you don't have to worry about. You don't have to stress yourself about the chart and look at the chart. We love the theatre of the chart, and the only thing that really matters is number go up. And the way that works is more people buying than selling, and we see that in the Hex fundamentals all throughout the journey since day one. And there was a lot of noise and fluff going on back in those days, and you know, I just ignore that, and I knew straight away that something special was happening.
Well, it's come pretty evident to me watching back and seeing you guys that were there early. You really were in the trenches and had to like believe in what you were doing, because there was just so much FUD.
And I had trolls that DMing me. I'm like, who are you, mate?
Yeah.
Well, who are you, mate? And why are you emailing with me what I do with my money? You know what? I do what I want with it.
Yeah.
You can fuck off. You know?
Yeah.
And they saying, "Oh, Richard, just scams." Like, eat them. You know, suck this, mate. I don't care what you think. You can, that might be true, but I'm not buying that. I just ignored it. Yeah, I get it every now and again. We'll get in there a little bit, have a little bit of a strategic troll and stir them up. Some of them are still going. Some of them are still going.
I
just ignore them. You know?
I think Freddie's put them all on notice. Yeah,
mate. Yeah, well, that's a great. And I think that it needed to be done. We need to get better at holding those guys to account, because it's deceitful and it's dishonest and it's wrong. You know,
well,
to say that about.
The ship is getting righted. It's getting put back in the right direction. The ship, it's been going in the wrong direction. It's been veering off.
Still the gatekeeping though, but still the pre-viral thing. Still not the word getting out enough to convince people that this is the right.
That might help us. That might help us. You know,
it's an opportunity, of course. It is an opportunity for anyone that's hearing us and talking this in here now, and you're in the right place in the right crypto. Of course,
don't get me wrong.
It's wonderful. It's great.
Don't get me wrong. I don't like the gatekeeping. I think it's awful. But like maybe, I mean, Hex is such a force. It's such a strong force that I think it's undeniable. It's just it will not be denied. So they will just make themselves irrelevant by gatekeeping Hex. They will make themselves irrelevant. People are not stupid, man. People are not stupid.
Right.
They're going to see.
No, they're not.
They're going to see that these entities are gatekeeping. They're going to be like, what is wrong with these people? Why are they doing this? I can't trust this entity that's not putting the right information out there. I cannot trust them.
You can see the narrative's changing, right? The narrative's changing. You're seeing some of the furus are deleting their old posts. They won't say sorry, but you know they've started to remove some of their old posts. Other people are coming on board.
They cannot hack that. They're not on the level with Richard Hart. They're not on the level. They're not even like they're not on the level with Richard Hart. Yeah, and that's it. Anyway, yeah.
Every day that this goes on and nothing happens to Hex is another day in the books. Every day you see something going on. Compounds just had an exploit, and
that went in the favour of the users though. That went in the favour of the users. Normally it's the other way around. It was a reverse rug.
Reverse rug pull, and then he says he's going to dox everyone to the IRS.
I know.
That goes well. That's an awesome way to treat your user base. Awesome.
What an asshole. What an absolute asshole. Hey?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Oh.
Well, he got grilled for it. He got grilled for it, and then he came back out and apologized for the way he worded it. But I think the damage has been done.
But that's what he meant. That's what he meant. He can word it whichever way he likes. That's what he was. That's what's in his mind. He's like threatening to, go after you, when it's their fuck up. It's like, dude, own your loss instead of lashing out at people. own it.
Yeah.
You know, they fucked up, you know, and that's what you get for promise coins. You know, that's what you get.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah. Oh, well,
As soon as that came out, I think it was about 20 minutes after it came out, it came up on my feed, and I'm like, oh, what's this? Did a bit of research to make sure that it wasn't FUD and it was real. And then as soon as it was real, I took the screenshot of that guy's from Compound's tweet and tweeted it back out saying, Hex and Hexicans unaffected. At Richard Hart, please add this to your running tweet. You know how he's got that running tweet where he puts all the all the ripped coins, all the wrecked coins.
Yep. That's an epic thread. That is such an epic thread, man.
Remind me in 1 year. Yeah.
I love
awesome.
it. I love that thread.
Where's Sammy tonight? Day 43.
She's with a friend because I hit her up. She sent me the link and she said, I don't know if I'll be on tonight because she had a friend over.
Oh yeah, one of those, eh?
Friend with benefits, maybe.
Hey, it's gay time night.
Oh God.
Oh well.
Someone asked in chat. Someone asked in chat if they a little bit earlier. But sorry, we got sidetracked. Do you think Pulse will be on exchanges? Look, it might take some time, purely because of the gatekeeping or whatnot. But I think it's inevitable. Exchanges like to make money, and they make money off volume. And Pulse is going to have volume.
Just to the Mango Junkie, you're asking for. What are you asking for? You're asking for something. Let me just check. You're asking for the what that person posted. He posted something. The shit.
Oh yeah, he wants to know the Compound dude's Twitter handle.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'll show you what he posted, man. I'll show you what he posted, dude.
Yeah, bring it up.
You guys know, who's the sticker guy that they were laughing at today? Are you watching that? Are you watching the stream today? I think it was on Cabano, and they were talking about the sticker guy. And then it come up before in the chat as well. Some sticker guy. What's the sticker guy? You know, any of you guys know that?
Yeah. The sticker guy is the guy who, the Zurich meetup that was posted on Crypto Sparbook with Richard.
Right.
There was a guy in that group of people, and they've called him the sticker guy because he had had a whole bunch of Hex stickers that he was handing out, and he was asking questions, and Richard were answering his questions. A German guy, and he's called himself the sticker guy.
Okay.
But this is
I saw that now. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
To the Mango Junkie. This is the link. This is the link here. This is the message that was that he posted, which says, "Keep 10% as a white hat, otherwise it's being reported as income to the IRS, and most of you are doxed." Robert Leishner.
Why would people be doxed? I don't get that because it's all decentralized.
He's doxed them. Hey guys, listen,
how can you dox them?
Hang on, guys. I just need to take a break for a couple of seconds. Can you guys just bear with me in the green room for 1 second? I've got something important. So, guys, look, this is pretty important right now. I've been chatting with some guys in Hex Italia. So if you can just bear with me, I'm going to chat to this gentleman here who is in Hex Italia, and we might talk a little bit of Italian. It's going to, we won't spend too much time. I'm not sure if he speaks English or not, but these guys have built their room. When I first went in there, there was like 60 people in there, and now it's almost, I think it's probably close to 300. And they're doing an amazing job spreading the word of Hex. So let me just bring him up.
Hi, thank you for having me on the show.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
I wasn't sure if you were going to be speaking Italian or English, so I wasn't sure. So
it's the same for me. Like we can do both.
Well, let's just have a quick chat in Italian. You'll have to bear with my mi devi scusare, il mio italiano non è buono, non è
No,
buono.
è molto buono.
No, ancora no,
sbaglio
sbaglio sempre. Ma la prima cosa voglio dire è hai fatto bene di venire qui per fare un po' di streaming, perché una parte di Hex importante è la comunità. La comunità è la cosa più importante in Hex.
È fondamentale.
Perché siamo noi che la parola di Hex è diffuso con noi che siamo nelle stream. Io ho parlato con le persone nel chat, quello di i amministratori in quello chat, l'ho detto, voi dovete fare un stream una volta alla settimana, lo dovete fare, è importante per non lo so dire, to spread the word of Hex. It's very important. Sì, per fare
infatti, se posso dire, è il motivo principale per il quale è nato il gruppo Telegram, perché è fondamentale avere un riferimento nella lingua nativa, quindi in italiano, poiché ci sono tantissime persone che l'inglese non lo comprendono, non lo masticano abbastanza.
Infatti.
Poi in primis per me è anche proprio per dare un contributo, perché per mesi ho guardato Discourse Syndicate e altri canali in inglese e ho ritenuto che fosse importante incominciare a dare un proprio contributo, diciamo. Non vivere questo prodotto solo passivamente, ma appunto attivamente.
Bravo. And ci sono tante persone in questo chat che contribuiscono a aiutare quelli nuovi che entrano il chat. È una cosa molto importante per aiutare gli altri nuovi hexicani a non fare le sbagli. Ci sono un secondo. Abbiamo un altro. No, se n'è andato.
Nicola forse mi ha scritto.
Sì. Nicola. Sì, dove se n'è andato? Oh, qui. Aspetta. Buongiorno, Nicola.
Ciao Nico.
Ci sei?
Forse c'è l'audio disattivato, non so.
No. Comunque, io spero che voi un secondo. Io spero che voi iniziate a fare questo streaming. È importante, è importantissimo, anche se non va per anche se non lo fai per 2 ore, 3 ore come facciamo noi. Inizi con il tempo che puoi fare, anche 20 minuti, mezz'ora.
Certo,
è importante. Certo. Le persone vengono in chat e fanno le domande. Cos'è? Spiegami una cosa. È una cosa che può cresce in un modo organico. In questo modo potete fare una cosa per aiutare lo sviluppo di Hex.
Sì, poi è importante anche insomma metterci la faccia, anche far vedere che dietro magari le persone su Telegram poi in realtà c'è un volto, c'è una storia, ci sono delle persone.
Sì. Una cosa importante è di essere sicuro pure, di non dare troppo informazione che non aiuta nessuno, dare informazione che personale, diciamo. E questo è molto importante. È importantissimo. È questo. Sono contentissimo che hai venuto qui per questo.
No, mi dispiace che non ci sono le altre persone che ho visto. Non so se è possibile conoscere anche. Questa puntata è siete voi australiani? perché...
Sì, no, adesso porto tutti loro.
Li riporti tutti dentro.
Sì, sì, sì. Aspetta, dobbiamo parlare inglese però,
No, non c'è problema,
questa è
non
la
c'è
cosa.
problema.
Okay. All right, guys, come back on. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. I appreciate that.
Blimey,
We
I thought
are-
bloody day 43 was just a
All
bludgeon.
good.
Getting around in his budgie smugglers, you know, having a barbie. Fair shake, mate. Come on. But you can actually speak Italian. Hey, that was good. Well done.
It's not that good, mate. Not that well.
No, it's actually really good. It's actually really good.
Thanks, man. That's very kind of you.
But you're right about the message, mate. Getting the message in the bottle out there into the wild, and getting people to realise or to see how truly great and innovative this product that we're all talking about and excited about is. But yeah, nice to see you guys. Nice to see you, Talia Hex, and
hey, OG,
for joining us.
I think that your language skills sounded really good, but you didn't have enough of the
gesticolo. Ci vuole.
Vada, italiano, così, baby, you know? Italia, no?
Yeah, so they go, Calabria. I used to ring this pizza shop in Auckland. He answered the phone, Calabria, like this. You want pizza?
Yeah, I have to say I come from like the north part of the country, which like the gesture, it's more, you know, it's not as much as in the south. So that's maybe the
We're
reason.
coming over.
Io sono un terrone.
Yeah, no, you told me that.
So Italia Hex, let me just tell you that originally when before I had ever streamed with Unwrecked Pirate, I saw him on a stream, and I thought to myself, I just enjoyed seeing him on the stream, and I thought, this guy he is Australian. I'm gonna message him on Telegram. I'm gonna see if he wants to do a stream with me, and that's how we started streaming. And then once we got together and started streaming, then Blue Bum on this side, Blue Bum, he joined in on the stream as well, and then now we've got a group of probably about 5 or 6 people in our streaming group that stream with us on a consistent basis every single week, and that just happened out of just one person sending someone a message saying, "Hey, do you want to stream?" So I urge you to do the same in the Italian community. You've got like such a great chat room that I'm sure you could find like a few people that you speak to on a regular basis in the chat room, and just start putting the word out there in Italian. I can tell you that I'm currently working on getting the documentation translated into Italian. So we have like all the important information available for the non-English speaking Italians, which I think would be most. Yeah.
That's brilliant, mate. That is brilliant. Which information is that you're referring to? You talk about like hex.com or something like that, or?
The hex.com, and then there's a few other really good documents like Hex. There's the Hex scam document. That's a fantastic document. It just gives you all the information about what scams are and why Hex is actually not a scam, and it just gives you all this information. And all this stuff needs to be translated properly, because unfortunately Google Translate is only good up to a certain point, and then you start to lose the nuance, and you start to lose. And the way you see that is when you take something in English and you translate it to Italian, and then you take the Italian translation out of Google Translate and you put it back into Google Translate and translate it back into English, and then it just doesn't make sense anymore. So you lose something.
Heard that. Yeah, heard that. Same with Japanese, I think, as well. Yeah. Interesting.
And especially like for specific stuff like X, like it's not like difficult topics in a sense, because technically if you want.
Yes, because you need to use precise language with some of these, some of the details there. That's very important.
A good document would be the staking deep dive that Kyle wrote. That'd be a good one to get translated as well, hey? And obviously the layman's
terms. Layman's guide, yeah.
The layman's guide, yeah. We'd have to probably take out all the stuff on the launch phase in the layman's guide.
Your stuff out. Yeah. That's Nerd Girl's, hey? She took all that stuff out and added a few other comments. So you could just translate hers.
Yep. Yeah. That's
It's pretty confusing when people start reading about.
The good news is that it's in Italian on GoHex.win. When you're on the staking screen, or when you're in the actual smart contract front end, or the what's the word for it? You've got Italiano in there, haven't you?
Yeah, so the translation is not really good.
Isn't it? Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So you need a bit of it. Yeah. Okay. Well, there's an. I mean, you know what? Those guys in the Hex Pro, if you had some corrections to make, they would be supportive of. They would certainly facilitate that if you had some sort of a way to tap into the Hex Pro chat as well with those translations to improve it, because I've been hearing that with some of the translations that like the Google translator is not picking up, and it's turning it into sort of like word salad on the either going in and out the other way. Yeah. So, yeah.
Italia Hex. I'm interested to know, how did you find out about Hex, and how did you get into Hex?
So the first time I found out about it, it was in was Richard's stream with the Data Dash back in, I think it was right before Big Payday, and fortunately, I mean, I did not get in. I went in like after Big Payday, and then like January and February. But yeah, the first time I heard about it was late October 2020.
And it was just random that you just happened to watch the.
Yeah. Because I was following Data Dash, but the point was like. I was interested because in the stream Richard did not talk much about X. I don't know if you watched that.
I do remember that one.
Yeah.
But like he got my attention, so I subscribed to his channel, and that was his stream.
Yeah.
I wonder why they haven't made a stream like after that one, because they said they were gonna do, but like they never did. And especially because it was a good stream, I think, like a good overview of the entire crypto market.
Yep, I thought that was a good stream too, and Data Dash was very balanced as well. So he was actually one of the first ones to actually come out and actually recognize or acknowledge or give credit to Richard Hart and Hex in that stream. So and look, it may be that they're just busy guys. I mean, look at
no, for sure. But
what happened to that? What happened to that project that he was working on, that Data Dash was working on? Wasn't he working on a wallet or something? Or
if it was,
I don't know.
Wallet, I don't know.
There was some kind of thing he was gonna.
He had something going on. I don't know. I honestly have not watched much after that about. Like, just because I got into X and I was like, that's it.
What's the time zone? Are you guys over there in Italy? What time zone? What's the time over there?
Like 3:30 p.m.
3:30 p.m. Okay.
And how did you first get into crypto?
Well, it was like in the summer 2017, I guess, but I had no clue what I was doing, and well, I actually still am, but I was a college student, so I didn't have much money to do it. So. But I first heard about it in the summer 2017. Bought up a little bit of Ethereum.
See you later, Unwrecked. You got to go, mate, do you?
Night time, bedtime. See you, boys. Have a good one.
See you, mate.
Wherever you are out in the world.
Thanks for coming on, mate.
Love yous all. Thank you.
See you, mate.
Take care.
And what are you studying at, if you don't mind me asking? Or
Well, yeah, engineering. Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool.
Nice,
man.
I'm almost
very
done,
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, like mechanical or electrical or?
Well, energy engineering.
Energy. Oh yeah.
Wow. That's interesting, man. Interesting. A lot of one of the problems that I think Italy has had over the years has been that a lot of the smart people see opportunity in elsewhere in other countries, and they get educated in Italy. You know, they get a very good education in Italy, and then once they finish, they leave because they don't have the job opportunities in Italy, so they'll go to a different country to work.
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
for
big
sure. That's what's up.
it's a big problem that Italy has. You know, they've got you know, smart people, but they just don't have the jobs to. Yeah, they don't have the jobs to keep people. You know, unfortunately, so people leave. It's a shame, hey? It's because it's a beautiful country. It really is a beautiful country.
Yeah, just too much corruption and bureaucracy, I would say. I mean, there is.
That's everywhere.
It's everywhere, but
that's
it's
everywhere.
especially here.
It's pretty, like, it is pretty bad. Like,
it's
pretty
Europe.
bad in Italy. It's quite, you know, can be quite bad in Italy. Bureaucracy, like just getting some basic things done, can be quite difficult. Like, I'm not sure what it's like in the north, but I know that in the south, if you just go to a post office to do something, you know, just to, you know, basically in Italy, the post office handles like a lot of people's pensions, and not, you know, a lot of people have a post bank account rather than like an actual bank account.
That's also in the north, but yeah, south is even worse, I would say. But
that's good though. That's
but even like to open a private business, you know, like besides the pension stuff, it's hard, you know. You have to do a lot of work just to get started, and it's hard.
The paperwork, the compliance and paperwork is it stops people from doing it. But I guess the thing with the post is that I've noticed that when you need to go do something like just pay a bill or something very basic, you might have to wait at the post like for 3 hours, you know, or 2 hours. It's just like not efficient. And they're using old systems, like very, very old systems, and everything's just manual data entry. Like the person there just, you know, it's you notice like I've got to say, there are things in Australia that work brilliantly, and the post is one of those things that we complain about it. But I'm telling you, if you go to the post in Australia, you won't wait more than 10 minutes, 15 minutes before you get served. And it's usually like 2 or 3 minutes, just, you know. Yeah. So I hear you on the bureaucracy side of things and the, you know, the systems. It's almost like Italy needs a few things to be rinnovati. Ci vuole la rinnovazione di alcune cose. Yeah. Hey, Bluey, you have you can actually sit. I don't want to put you on the spot here, but you know an Italian song, don't you?
Mm-hmm. I do. Yeah. You want me to sing it to you?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you might have heard it, and so you're just going to have to pardon if I'm not getting the dialect quite right, but I'll give it a go anyway. Bum 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 bum. Come lo padre, come la madre, come la figlia della sorella, e come pure quella era come pure quel. Come lo padre, come la madre, come la figlia della sorella, e come pure quella la famiglia de Gabon. Bum 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 bum. E dopo 9 mesi è nato un bel bambino, anche lui cos'è il gobino, anche lui cos'è il gobino. E dopo 9 mesi è nato un bel bambino, anche lui cos'è il gobino, la famiglia de Gabon. Come lo padre, come la madre, come la figlia della sorella, era come pure quella, era come pure quel. Come lo padre, come la madre, come la figlia della sorella, era come pure quella, la famiglia de Gabon. e dopo molti anni li fecero un monumento con la gobo di cimento, con la gobo di cimento. E dopo molti anni li fecero un monumento con la gobo di cimento la famiglia de Gabon. Come la padre, come la madre, come la figlia della sorella, e gobba pure quella, e gobba pure quella, e come la padre, come la madre, come la figlia della sorella. Era gobba pure quella la famiglia de Gabon, era gobba pure quella la famiglia de Gabon. Hey!
Hey! That was
Well done,
fantastic.
well done.
Wow.
Spot on. I actually have never heard of it, but you did
Really?
great. Yeah.
Wow.
That was awesome.
It's probably some popular song, like country song. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's a weird. I thought it was a northern dialect actually, or something. But it's one of those songs.
It might be.
Has a few versions, and it's
Yeah.
You can hear them. You can find like versions in Italian and stuff.
That's
like
fantastic, mate.
I was impressed, Blue.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
Mate, Freddie quotes eat your heart out.
Yeah, do that, Freddie quotes.
That was great. Hey guys, we're coming up on like a little over 2 hours, or like 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. Do you guys want to keep going? What do you?
I kind of have to go, but like I can say like a little bit more if you want, but like not much though.
Yeah.
Tell Hex, do you guys have a Twitter? Do you
I
use
don't
Twitter?
have
Do you
a Twitter. I do not. No, we don't.
Okay.
And as a group, we don't.
Okay.
But
thought if you did, get it out there.
Yeah.
The next-
we have the Telegram
next-
group. Yeah.
The next stream that you do, you're going to have Twitter, you're going to have YouTube, you're going to have all of it.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay.
So, does anyone want to parting words, Blue Mum?
No, I just did my parting song. Thanks a lot, everyone. It's been great. Love all of you guys in the chat. I don't want to list everyone, but yeah, love the community. Love you guys. Thanks, Ty. Really nice to meet you, Italia Hex. Yeah, and I love hearing Italian. Actually, it's a beautiful language. Such a beautiful sonorous, or sounds just really lovely to speak. And yeah.
Bluey, I feel I have a vision that I feel like you're going to be in Italy at some stage in the next couple of years.
Sure, man.
I have a feeling. I have this feeling inside me. I feel like we're gonna meet for the first time on Italian soil. That's what I think.
When you were speaking to him in Italian, because I speak like Spanish and French, and I could understand what you were saying. Like I couldn't understand Italia Hex. That was too complicated. But with you, I could kind of understand.
È perché io parlo un po' siciliano. Il siciliano è simile allo spagnolo.
Ok. Sì.
Yep. L'accento. Accent. What I just said, guys, is that
Sicilians,
Sicilian has like a lot of similarities with Spanish. So I listen to Spanish and I understand a lot of what's going on. Not everything, but a lot.
Very cool.
Ty.
Yeah, I just want to. Thanks for having me on. Thanks for everyone coming to the stream. If you haven't tested PulseChain yet, go to chainlist.org or to the GitLab and get the instructions for your MetaMask and whatever coins, ERC coin, 20 coins you had in your wallet, September 14th, will be copied and be test coins right now. And go send them to your friends and test it out. And yeah, tomorrow in Australia, 10 a.m., they want to load test it. So if you're in Australia on the East Coast, 10 a.m., try and do as many transactions as you can. And I think there's some tweets on the American times. I think it's 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 8 p.m. is it Eastern Standard Time. They just want to get as many people sending transactions in a 60-second block and try and really load and stress test the system. So if you've got time, get on there and send some coins around, guys.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Absolutely. Italia Hex, any parting words?
No, just Italia X su Telegram, cercate il canale e iscrivetevi e nulla. Thanks for having me on the show.
Nice to meet you too, Italia Hex.
Yeah, absolutely. And Natalia Hex, I'll be in touch with you because what you did today by coming onto this stream is such an important part of the Hex community, and it's such an important way to spread the information about what Hex is and what an amazing product, like decentralized finance product that it is. So yeah, we'll be in touch on Telegram, and we can have a chat about the next step of what what we can do to maybe create an Italian streaming channel or something along those lines. But it's very nice to meet you, and thanks for coming on. And yeah, thanks Ty, thanks Blue Bum. It's been a great stream, and thanks to everyone in the chat. We appreciate every single one of you. So guys, just before you log out, just hang on a second and we'll have a chat after the stream. See you later, guys.
In the spirit of Italian, ciao.
Ciao. Ciao, bello.